Hey, Carla, thank you so much for taking out the time to share your experience with other firm owners that might be considering enrolling with us here at the Abundant Accountant and doing our 8-week sales mastery course. I'd love it if you could share what do you focus on in your firm as far as services and also where are you at in the country?
Sure. Yeah, our firm focuses on the day-to-day bookkeeping of small businesses. So we facilitate everything for them up until the annual taxes. We
Hmm.
refer out for that. And I am in Iowa.
Awesome. Great. So, in your bookkeeping business, what was the biggest challenge for you as it related to your sales process, your pricing, or overall reason why we work together?
Uh, Sales was just something I didn't have a streamlined process for. It was sort of recreating everything every time. And as we're intentionally growing and getting those referrals to come in more regularly, I knew that I needed not only for myself to be able to do them faster, but to be able to expand and train somebody else in sales, that I needed
Yeah.
a process that's followed every time.
Yeah. And what was the moment you decided to do that? Like, how many clients did you not close and convert into paying clients where you're like, okay, we need to put a sales process together because I can't keep this going any longer.
I mean, I don't know if I have specific numbers. It's been a long time, and it's been one of those things. It's in my head. I know it needs done.
Yeah.
I would say a fair amount though, just because I was always so reactive that uh,
Yeah.
I wasn't getting the proposals out in the time frame. And it had an initial meeting, and then I'm supposed to analyze, and then I'm supposed to get it out, and I would hope to get back with them, but because the time took so long, then I was like making videos and stuff. I wasn't satisfied with the quality that I was putting out, and I probably did lose a fair amount of clients
Yeah. Because you
for
never
my.
followed up either, right?
I'm sorry.
You would never follow up. So you would send out these proposals. You were always reactive. And then it was probably
Yes.
like hearing crickets.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, everything was just because it's all mental. Like, it's all like, oh, yeah, I have to do that. Oh, yeah, I have to do that.
Right. Like you said, reactive. That's the
Yeah.
best way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that tipping point or that real defining moment that you remember, Carly, where you're like, okay, I got to change this. What's happening is not working.
I think it was just the frustration of knowing that I want to grow, and it can't only be me, and that I was leaving too much on the table. I wasn't going to grow if I don't have a sales process in place.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of firm owners are also in that same boat and don't realize it until you've missed enough opportunities or have heard enough crickets and no follow up on, you know, what people have done in the past, which I know you don't do anymore, which is send a proposal or quote and hope someone gets back to you.
Right.
Uh, so when you were deciding to work with us here at the Abundant Accountant and join our 8-week sales mastery course, what were your main concerns or main areas that you were looking at in evaluating a coaching program and if it would work for you or not?
I think I liked the fact that it was 8 weeks. I get bored with anything that gets drug out. So to be able to take 8 weeks, extremely focused, even though it's a lot of time during that 8 weeks, then it's just you have this product and you're done.
Yeah.
And now you can tweak if needed, but the framework's there.
Yeah, love that. And what did you think about the experience over the 8 weeks? Can you walk us through, how you felt about the program flow? For other maybe more introverted, left-brained bookkeeping accounting firm owners that might be watching this, like what did you feel about the structure and the mechanics of the program?
I was actually very surprised at the beginning.
Huh?
It was great, but it was a lot more introspective than I think I thought it would be.
Mhm.
It was a lot more individualized while it's already the framework.
Yeah.
Uh, it So it was awesome to think through that stuff and see how one week built onto the next week to really, at
Yeah.
the end, voila, like you have all this personalized stuff for you spoken in your voice,
Yes.
but with the help of people who have been there.
Yeah, no, I love that. And what would you share with other firm owners as far as what you got out of being in the 8 week sales mastery course? Like, do you have any financial wins or non-financial wins that you want to share that really speak to you of what you've really come out the other side? Not only having this voice or process in your voice and, having us reviewed everything, but really like what were some of your aha moments, light bulb moments, celebrations, wins that you would love to share with other firm owners that might be considering working with us?
I really think that it was the empowerment that it gave me and the confidence. It's great being on calls with other people going through the program because
Mhm.
you can learn from them. You know, they're very great at like sharing their stories and things that might push you through. Sometimes I'm very much of a like, life happens, I don't sit around analyzing it. So to hear other people talk to refresh those memories, to
Mhm.
get your stories out, was very helpful, very inspiring. Um, but yeah, I just think, yeah, I don't know. The confidence, I like a lot of the things about, I was doing a two-step process, molding it back into one. I was doing packages, which I always kind of waffled with. So I liked
Yeah.
your mindset of, yeah, we know what they want. Let's not, to your point, like they're always going to pick the lowest. Yeah, that's what was happening. So how do you make that so bare bones?
Right.
But I can believe in the fact that I know what you need, and from what you said, this is what we're going to offer. And I think it helps our team that way too, because we're not going through the check marks of the packages of this is all we do for them. It gets back to supporting the team
Solving
on
a
just wanting
problem.
to support the clients.
And you're solving a problem for the client, and they're looking for you as the expert to just tell them what to do. And you've come to realize that. And
Yes.
it's really powerful. So, how do you feel now, Carla, as the firm owner? How do you feel now leading your team versus where you were just 2 months ago?
Uh, I'm actually very excited. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it all in action, continuing to practice it so I'm not tripping. That's the one thing that I was hesitant of is, can I think fast enough to write down the pain points and then point that out to them? Um, but I have a good pipeline of people to be able to practice with that.
Love it.
And, um, for whatever reasons, there's been a lot of other stuff as me as the leader feeding into the team that we've put in place these last 8 weeks,
Nice.
whether or not it was based on sales or not. I just think as I grow, the confidence shows, and I've been very motivated to get through
Awesome.
other things that I'd been procrastinating on.
Love it. See, you got into action. So it kind of
Yes.
like was the domino effect across the board.
Right.
How has the success in your firm and just overall, how has it improved your family, your relationships, and your quality of life just in the last couple of months, other than getting into action and getting things done that you procrastinated on? How else has it really improved your overall life, mood, and emotional state?
Again, whether it's related or not, it all happened, right? Just the motivation, even on the weekends, to realize that if I get up and I have some little project to do, it just makes me more productive throughout the day. Like cleaning out my cupboards in the kitchen, like
Awesome.
taking care of stuff.
So it really trickled in all areas of your life.
Yeah, I mean, it really kind of did, like I said. So,
I love it.
yeah.
What words of wisdom, Carla, would you have for another firm owner who's really serious about not leaving any more money on the table, not missing out on converting clients into paying clients, and really stopping the cycle of sending quotes and proposals that many firm owners struggle with? What would you say to another firm owner who might be watching this now, based on what you've experienced working with us, that maybe you wish you would have heard in one of these videos? What words of wisdom would you have for them?
Um, I just say that as accountants, we were never taught to be salesmen, and I think a lot of us are in this position, and the sales just, I mean, they might just happen, right? But we're probably always fumble through. But if you are really intent on wanting to grow your practice, as the owner and as the person who started it, you are the best person to convey that message to others.
Yeah.
And so it helps me in this framework to have the confidence to know what I'm going to say,
Yeah.
to sound intentional, and know that I'm getting the message across and not wasting those opportunities.
Yeah.
Um, because sometimes you might only meet that person once, and you don't get do-overs on your elevator pitch. So being able to learn it, practice it, have it, use it, um, it's just it's nice. I've said this multiple times, to have that framework, to know that you are making the best impression that you can with every introduction you have.
Awesome. Well said, Carla. Well, thank you so much for taking out the time to share your experience with other firm owners that might be considering wanting to work with us if they, like you own a bookkeeping firm and offer CFO advisory services. Is there anything else that you would love to share with a firm owner that might be watching this that maybe I didn't ask you, but you feel compelled to share before we wrap up?
I I guess I would just say that if you're wondering, should I, that I would just encourage you to go for it. It is, you will get stuff out of it that you can reuse over and over again. So it's a one-time investment that is going to pay dividends over and over again, as you can start moving through a lot more referrals and having all of that confidence.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carla.
Yeah.